How cycling changed my life, pedaling towards my passion. The unforeseen impact of cycling on my life. By me, Fil Lorinc. Where it started. Circa 2004, where it technically began. My father, Uri Lorinc, pictured there in the bottom right, got a Cannondale Lefty for his 40th birthday. Fast forward 14 years, I acquired this bicycle in 2018, about a year after I moved to San Francisco. It arrived in the late fall to my Soma condo, and I had no idea that a 7-year saga was about to get underway. I was a novice rider, not a cycling computer, not even a helmet, crazy to be seen. I had minimal appreciation at the time of the love story that was on the brink of blossoming. Stolen. Didn't take long, 3 months or so in fact, before that bike was stolen from the basement of my supposedly secured building. Yay, San Francisco. Upgrade. Amazingly, my renter's insurance covered the theft at original face value. This amazing monetization afforded me the opportunity for an upgrade. Enter the Argon Krypton GF. My brother. As my youngest brother, Kevin Lorinc, who you can read about in my Hero article, continued his rise in junior triathlon, I began traveling for his races. I was definitely a cheerleader from the sidelines. And it was also definitely a highlight reel of fond memories, culminating in a not-so-highlight COVID-19 impacted 2020 Junior National Championships. Trying to keep up. After years of sidelining, I got a little more serious and picked up a demo bike from a shop in Boulder, Colorado. I refer to this period as my Pinarello pursuit. If I stood a chance of keeping pace, I figured, let's buy some speed. We can all dream. Instant destruction. COVID saw me relocate from San Francisco back to the burbs of North Texas. It was a geographic downgrade, but I was riding with my brother regularly now. Silver linings. The top tube of my F10 cracked within the month. Italian build quality right there. But the amazing folks at XL Sports fixed me up with a replacement. Pandemic saw me strike gold a second time, this time in the form of another upgrade. The F10 frames had been discontinued. I received an F12 as a replacement. The obsession. This next period I refer to as the obsession. And I was riding more than ever and incorporated my newfound love for the road into many amazing travels, including a multi-day tour in the Alps of Texas, a memorable trip to Maui with my brother, and a subsequent solo return to hammer out the Haleakala climb, 10,000 vertical feet, to celebrate my 33rd birthday. A blessing in disguise. Now, my pursuit of performance was always multifaceted, and I loved motorsport. With a career in finance, I was fortunate enough to pick up an incredible machine at the height of the pandemic for pennies on the dollar, quite literally. The Alfa Romeo 4C was a dream, but sometimes dreams end in nightmares. Tempting fate yet again with Italian build quality, and in no small part a heavy amount of tinkering with the help of the fine folks at Madness Auto. My vehicle throttle controller malfunctioned and the car ran away at speed on Christmas morning of 2022. A quasi-literal pile of coal under the tree that year. I was super fortunate. I had a decent amount of track experience and was able to crash safely into the sidewall of the highway in order to bring the runaway to a standstill. It was one of the scariest experiences of my life. And amazingly, no injuries. No other vehicles involved. The roads were empty. What a blessing. Carless experiment in the least friendly ped cyclist city. Now, I made a somewhat dramatic decision after this bone-shaking experience. I went car-less in Dallas. But hard to say which was crazier, the accident or the decision to go full ped cyclist in a city which is entirely motor vehicle centric and kills more pedestrians and cyclists than almost any other place in the United States. I'm still here, but it's been a bumpy ride, pun intended. Road racing, of the cycling variety, for avoidance of doubt. I started racing. I went all in. My first official race was the 2023 Ironman 70.3 North American Championships in St. George. Racing with my longtime friend, Mark Bowery, 16 years my senior. We took to the course with the champions of the sport. Sam Long, Lionel Sanders, they were all there. The following year, I returned to Hawaii to race the Ironman 70.3 in Kona. Leaving finance. After a disastrous experience at what turned out to be a completely fraudulent company, talking Enron level insanity, I decided to leave my 15 plus years in finance after deciding it was long overdue for an end. Enter Athletica. The next chapter. Through what I can describe as nothing short of serendipity, I discovered and ultimately approached the team at Athletica to see whether my career and connections in the financial space, PE and VC predominantly, could at least in some part be salvaged, or at least put to better use. In July 2024, I cold messaged Athletica's co-founder, Paul Larson, with the following on LinkedIn. Hey Paul, thanks for connecting. Reason for my outreach was to open any possible dialogue around current needs opportunities there at Athletica or any of the associated ventures. I've been in finance tech for 15 plus years, and over the past year, I've been increasingly convinced it might be time to pivot and reorient towards a career that is less focused on P&L and more focused on health performance, while perhaps carrying over some of the data and tech experience I've accumulated in the finance world. I understand it's a long shot, but figured I'd take it. Love the Athletica product and figured I'd start my exploration process there. Thanks again for the connection, and looking forward to any input references you might be able to share. Athletica. Paul said yes. That was July 2024. The rest, to use the cliche, is history. Pedaling towards my passion. What started as a birthday gift for my father in 2004, 20 years later, saw me make a move that was 7 years in the making. I could not be happier and beyond excited for the road ahead. Had to get that last pun in there. This is the story thus far of how cycling changed my life. I've no doubt this next phase of life, both professionally as well as personally, will be the best yet. I owe massive thanks to my family, my friends, and the incredible team at Athletica for this series of happy pivots. My gratitude cannot be overstated, and I cannot wait for what lies ahead.